and welcome to another episode of Through the Looking Glass. Today, this is going to be my spoiler review for Joker. Alright, so we have a lot to talk about, and only a small amount of time, because I haven't verified this account yet, so I only have 15 minutes to get all my thoughts and ideas out there, so good thing for notes. Alright, so I'm going to be going over my favorite parts first. My absolute favorite scene is the scene where Joker is talking to the talk show host at the end of the film, and with the great line, and he says, "You get what you deserve," and he shoots Murray point blank in the face. That was an excellent scene. I loved that. I think it's hands down my favorite scene. I loved the scene where Joker stabs his ex-coworker in the throat at his apartment when they went to go talk to him about the police asking them questions and whatnot, and he stabs him in the throat. And then his other coworker, the little guy, we didn't know, us audio members, we didn't know that whether or not he was going to make it out of there, right? It's like, and then he got up to the door and he couldn't reach the chain, and you're like, oh no, did he, like, is he going to kill him? Is he going to let him go? And he let him go because he never did any wrong to him. He was, one of the few nice people in his life. And it's crazy because nobody reached out to him the entire movie. It was like watching it from an outside perspective. It was like, how come, like, oh, any of these people, if they would have just, listened to him or gave him the time of day or said things a different way, like, maybe we wouldn't have a crazed clown on the loose, right? But nobody. Alfred was mean to him. Thomas Wayne was mean to him, which that's one of my few gripes with the film, is the way they depicted Thomas Wayne and Alfred as like these like just mean dudes, So, especially Alfred, I was like, man, I don't know but one of my few gripes. Another gripe that I have is the ending. I didn't like that when the end popped on the screen. I was like, we deserve more. That we need more. This isn't the end. Like, I know Todd Phillips already said, like, he doesn't want to do a sequel, and he's already actually said that Robert Pattinson's Batman is not going to meet this Joker. So that was already said. But I didn't like the way they kind of moved away from the seriousness that was the whole movie in the last little bit, where you see it was creepy when you saw the blood on the shoes, so he just killed that therapist. But when he's running around being chased by the dudes, I feel like it was kind of on the sillier side. So, like, those two things right there, the way that three, I guess, but the way they depicted Thomas Wayne, Alfred, and the ending scene, those are my only three gripes with the film. I don't think that this film, and I could see how some people would take the ending as like, okay, well, because there's a whole bunch of criticism with the movie, and there's some people that think that this movie kind of like incites violence or like rioting and stuff like that. But the message that the movie is trying to say is that we should be nicer to people because we don't know what they're going through. So I understand that. That's what I got out of it. Yeah, there's a crazy amount of hate that Joker is getting on Rotten Tomatoes. I was looking at some reviews earlier. That was nuts. My buddy Brad, shout outs to Brad, just sent me an interesting interview on ABC News with Joaquin Phoenix, and he was saying that he was asked if is there more, and he said that he talked to Todd Phillips about where they could go next, and they were pushing, and the interviewer was talking about, oh, Batman's coming out, so you never know. But they already said, but Todd Phillips should continue this. Like, even though we might not have Joker meet Robert Pattinson's Batman, which I'm fine with. This universe that Todd Phillips created, I feel like they can continue on. You know, I feel like that's something I would like them to continue, because this is excellent stuff. This is Nolan level shit, man. This is Nolan level shit. So yeah, those are my only gripes with the film. And the crazy twist too, that was nuts, wasn't it? With when you find out that when you find out that the relationship that he had with that chick was all in his head, and he had stopped taking his medication because the city stopped giving him his meds. Again, another example of how everybody in his life didn't really give him the time of day. He was abused as a child. He was chained up. His mom just sat there and watched. He was adopted, but I also like the whole thing where we don't know if Joker is Bruce Wayne's stepbrother. You know, that was pretty, like, I was like, I'm not, like, is he or is he not? And at the end, it kind of alluded to him actually being stepbrothers with Bruce Wayne. And that's cool. I feel like the movie did its own thing with that, and I think that's something new and fresh. I think that's really cool. I think that was really well done. The whole thing where you see Thomas Wayne and Martha gunned down, and right before they get gunned down, the guy who said, you get what you deserve. And I love how it's all tied up, like the riots, Joker coming up, and Martha and Thomas Wayne getting gunned down in front of Bruce Wayne. And the ending where he's talking about, where he's talking to the therapist, and he stops and he says, I just thought of a joke. The Killing Joke? I think that's what that reference was from, is The Killing Joke. Look it up on YouTube if you don't know what that is. That was nuts. It was very well done. Man, even his therapist didn't give him the time of day, and he told her, you don't even, I come here week after week and you say the same thing and you don't listen to what I'm saying. So many people. But alright, that's my spoiler review for Joker. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up button and leave your comments down below, and I will see you next time down the rabbit hole.